Hello, YouTube friends. 125 Rods here. All right. This is we got a little bit farther on our military train. Um, so we've been working on that a little bit there. Starting to come together slowly. Still needs a lot of work, a lot of detailing and stuff. But this is where we're at so far. And let me pause this and we'll examine our locomotive there. Okay, this is our Army locomotive. And this is how it's turned out so far. All right. This is how we chose to decorate it. Now this of course is where we rubbed off the B&O. And what I'll do is I applied my decals here, and what I like to do is I like using the quick shine. So what I'll do is I'll go over this after I'm finished fine sanding it, and go over it with quick shine and seal the decals and everything. And this is not a depiction of any say real locomotive per se, right? This is just something that I made on my own, having fun with, kind of deal, right? And yeah, and I use the quick shine on all of my models, right? And it's a good sealer for the decals for me. And we'll show you what we got going on here. Okay, so what we have here, we're using micro scale decals that we ordered, right? And here are some of the, this is the star emblem one things that I got, right? And so see, it goes into great detail. If you really want to get to scale, right, and everything, goes into great detail on how these things work, right? How they are applied, right? And so that's the one set. The other set we got going on here, and here's the reference if you want to do it yourself here, guys. Microscale decal, HO scale MC4391 is what I used. United States Army. Now, many of you guys are going to say, well, yeah, gee, the Army ones are green, right? Well, and yeah, they probably are. But I'm not saying that out there somewhere there isn't a blue one, because, the Air Force, the military, the Army, they all kind of use the same contractors. They interchange stuff. They have old equipment laying around that they refurbish and stuff, right? So I'm not saying that there maybe isn't one of these out there somewhere, right? I like the blue engine here. And to be honest with you, here's the real engine that it went on, right? Um, so yeah, that's definitely not the same engine that I'm using, but you know, um, this is all about having fun, guys. I like to have fun with my stuff, and if you have a hobby, you should have fun with it, right? And that's how I look at it. So there again, here's a reference. If you want to use the decals for tanks, jeeps, etc., you'll want the microscale MC4279. All right. So this is just a rough guide for me to follow to come somewhat excuse me, close to the real thing. Here's another one. See the switcher, I'm sure there's and I don't know what color the switcher was, right? It could have been blue, I don't know. But anyway, so that's most likely that's the most popular one that you would find these Army decals on, right? So that's what I used as a basic general guideline for my stuff, right? And then I just custom fit and tailored it to what I wanted to use, right? So I decided to put my Army U.S. Army thing underneath behind these three guys here, right? Somewhat lined up with that. I decided to put my transportation thing on the side here behind the cab. And I decided to put my star on the side of the cab. And then in back, I custom made these decals to, I trimmed them down to fit right there because I thought they would look pretty good there. And also, if you go onto the back here, and I know you guys, you model train guys are real sticklers for, how things really are, right? And, rightly so. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that. This is just a thing to have fun for me to goof around with. This is not my normal running gear for the train layout. My normal running gear is, what am I? Oh, I'm Union Pacific normally. So, I have the Union Pacific gear running on here most of the time. And every now and then I'll throw on I'll throw in some ATSF stuff in there because they both of those railroads I'm sure ran in the same area, right? Union Pacific and Atlantic Santa Fe. That's my fictitious layout. Is this town is a connector between the two railroads, right? So that gives me liberty to kind of use both of them, right, in a way. So that's where I'm going with the layout. Someday in the toy bin over at the Goodwill, I may find another tank or something that has a turret with it for this guy, right? And then this guy, I'll probably paint the same color as that. And also, I will do the same. I'll get rid of ATSF here, or I may leave it green like that because it's pretty close to military kind of stuff, right? But yeah, I'll paint this guy Army green. And I'm depicting, my layout here is depicting around the 1970s. And, back then you would probably have some trains hauling some old World War II vehicles around, I mean, that's a possibility, it's like, or these guys got it from a museum or surplus from the Army or whatever, but so that's my spiel with the layout here. And so that's where I'm going with everything here. So we will turn you guys back on here and rock on with our stuff here. I just think that's cool, because Army trains are hard to find anymore. They used to make them. I think Tyco made some, possibly, or something like that. Or, some of those companies had actual Army trains. I looked for them, but they're very hard to come by, and they are kind of expensive. And so this was like a economical way for me to kind of create this and have some fun with it. All right, guys, that's 125 rods, and I'm out of here.